Hey everybody, this is Leslie. Welcome to Go To Kitchen's Lunch with Leslie. Today I am broadcasting from my backyard because of those beautiful trees right there. Aren't they gorgeous? They're absolutely gorgeous. And so I couldn't pass up the opportunity to be in the backyard today. So I know, they're beautiful, aren't they? So I wanted to position my camera so that you guys could actually see the trees. Hey everybody, I gotta move my camera closer. Hey Pamela, hey Mary, because I can't see you very well. So bear with me for just a second. My name is Leslie. My name is Leslie. I have a website, Go To Kitchens. I know, they're so beautiful, aren't they? I have a website, gotokitchens.com. It is a place where I teach people about health and wellness and well-being. And the only thing for sale over at gotokitchens.com is the sale of you buying into your own health. There's absolutely nothing to buy over there. You can't buy a thing because there's nothing for sale. So it is just absolutely a site where you can go and learn and feel no pressure whatsoever to buy a product or a thing or be something that you're not. So it is just a really helpful, peaceful place to go and learn about your health. So, hey Gary, it's good to see you today. Gary, I'm broadcasting because of these beautiful colors. Aren't they amazing? Hi everybody, it's good to see you. So we have been talking about salad all week. Yesterday we made some salad dressings. I know, they're beautiful, right? Hi, it's good to see you. So yesterday we made some salad dressings and I taught you guys 3 different salad dressings that are super easy. One was on the go, one was with sauerkraut actually, and the other one was actually just a really simple vinaigrette. And I showed different salads and different ways that you can make them. So yeah, nice view, right? Beautiful trees back there. Thank you. I love my backyard. It is a beautiful time of year in Colorado. My peach tree is just kind of dappled with yellow leaves and it's amazing. So thanks so much inviting followers. If you're not familiar with how to invite followers or to share this out on Twitter, you can swipe left or right, up or down. It'll be pretty obvious there. Excuse me. On how to share. I would appreciate it if you would share. That would be great. If you are actually a replay viewer, thank you so much for being here. I know that you can replay. Thank you. Yes, it is a beautiful place. I love living here. I could live anywhere and do what I do, and and I love living here. So you're freezing. I'll be back. Okay. Oh, you mean that your screen is freezing, not that you're cold. That's funny. So yes, so we've been talking about salads all week long, and I have been talking about, you know, the first day we kind of broke the salad down. We talk about, you know, what kind of salads, what are good ingredients, what are bad ingredients, going to the salad bar when you travel, you know, those sorts of things, and what to pick and what not to pick. Yesterday we broke it down with some salad dressings by special request from Melanie, who's here right now, and she was actually in my kitchen with me yesterday, and we had so much fun. And so we spent the whole day together pretty much, and we had a great time. So, and then today I was trying to think of what else can I do besides making a salad? Can I teach you about salads? And I was thinking that I'm from Texas. I'm from Dallas, Fort Worth, and so that's where I grew up. I've lived there my whole life except the last 14 years that I've been in Colorado. Yeah, great request. It was a really fun episode too. So, but I lived in Dallas most of my life, and in Texas, we love to cover things with mayo. And so as I was thinking about salads other than green salads, so green salads are really my go-to, but I was thinking about other salads. I was thinking about fruit salads and coleslaw, and I was thinking about tuna salad and chicken salad, and I don't know, all kind. There's Edison walking around out there. Hopefully he won't do anything bad. I'm in the middle of my scope. I'll try to cover him if he does. So anyway, you know what I mean, right? So we don't want to talk about Edison's poop. I know we talk about your poop sometimes and my poop, but we don't want to talk about Edison. So you're getting hungry, right? So So yes, so we use a lot of mayo in our salads, and quite frankly, we take really beautiful things and we make them unhealthy by putting Miracle Whip on them, because Miracle Whip tends to be the salad dressing of choice or the mayo of choice, which is not really mayo, but the mayo of choice when making a salad in Texas. And so I was thinking about that, and I was kind of missing my mom's coleslaw, and then I was thinking about this fruit salad that she makes that the whole family like delves into, and I promise you nobody thinks that this fruit salad is healthy, but she makes this fruit salad, she puts all these amazing fruits in there, and then she covers it with Cool Whip and puts nuts. I mean, it has nuts, it has all this amazing stuff, and then she mixes it all up with Cool Whip and she puts marshmallows in there, which just totally cracks me up. And so and everybody like gobbles it down, and again, nobody has the illusion that it's good for you, but it does take all this amazing food and make it into something that is actually unhealthy for you. So, and it's just, I was thinking about all these things this morning as I was thinking about what I was going to scope about. So I decided that I have never made my own mayo. I've never done this before. I watched like 4 how-to videos today, and I picked the best recipe that I liked. Actually, one of my friends, I watched her video. I watched a Gordon Ramsay video. I watched, who's the other guy that I really like? I watched different videos of professionals making mayo, and I thought, well, that looks pretty easy. I think I can totally handle that. So today, for the first time ever, Leslie is going to attempt to make mayo for you, and this is a salad idea because you can use mayo. I mean, coleslaw is really easy to make. Yeah, and so I had no idea. And so actually I did have some idea, but I've just never tried it before on my own. So, and I'm actually going to whisk it today. We're not going to use a blender or anything like that, because I like to show you ways that you can make things with simple tools in your kitchen. So we're actually going to whisk it. So it's kind of a workout challenge as well for me to stand here and whisk mayo while we're on Periscope, but I'm absolutely going to do it today. So I'm going to show you how terribly easy it is to make your own mayo, and hopefully this particular version sounded really tasty, and so we're going to do that. So what do you use mayo in? Use it in tuna salad. Well, some people do. We're going to make general broad stroke ideas here today about what you put in certain types of traditional salads. So tuna salad, chicken salad, which I know is one of Gary's favorites, coleslaw, use it in some fruit salads, use it in, what other kind of salads do you use mayo in? Can you guys think of any right off the top of your head? Can you type them in there? Hey Donna, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a few days. I'm happy to see you here. So, hi, it's so good to see you. Potato salad, bingo, very good. Okay, see, that's the Texas girl. Waldorf salad, perfect. I knew you guys would come up with some different ones that I couldn't think of. Pea salad, seafood salad, right? So you use mayo a lot when you're thinking about these different types of yummy salads that you want to eat. So making your own, the very healthy Waldorf salad with grapes and walnuts. Yes, so when you're making your own egg salad, perfect. You guys are awesome. When you're making your own mayo, the benefit there, oh my goodness, you guys are going right downtown on that. That's awesome. I love it. When you make your own, you actually are controlling your ingredients, which is what's so important, because when you get that little Miracle Whip jar, I won't lie, I have Miracle Whip. I'm a Texas girl. I have Miracle Whip in my refrigerator. I don't eat it. My husband eats it, but because I mean he doesn't live as clean as I do. But we do have it in our refrigerator. In fact, Melanie saw it yesterday. We have Miracle Whip in our refrigerator because he likes it on his turkey sandwiches. So so we have Miracle Whip. But as I'm thinking through the different salads that I've been missing, I think, gosh, if I had my own mayonnaise, that I could. Yeah, really, Miracle Whip. That's right. You're right. That's right. That's what's in our refrigerator right now. You don't like Miracle Whip. It's not real mayo. No, it's not. Absolutely. Shame on me. Well, I don't eat it, but it is definitely there for the husband, and I can't control what he eats. He can only make his decisions. So, but yes, it is in our refrigerator. I won't lie. It's sitting right in there. So, yes. So, best food all the way. There you go. Did you know when you're in Belgium and the Netherlands that they actually serve you like Miracle Whip too? I actually used to love it. So, I used to eat Miracle Whip sandwiches when I was a kid. Yeah, you can't control them. It's an impossibility. Yeah, I used to love Miracle Whip sandwiches, just bread and Miracle Whip. Oh my God, my mom would call them Mayo sandwiches, and I loved them. And so she had to hide the Miracle Whip from me. Oh, you did too? That's awesome. Yes, no joke, no joke. That's like, no wonder I had cancer. No, I'm just kidding. I just sniffed it now. So there you go. So there's the true confessions of the Go-To Kitchens girl. So now we're not here to shame anybody. If you use Miracle Whip, that is your own decision. No shaming here. No food shaming. I refuse to do that. It's funny, right? So if you're in Belgium or you're in the Netherlands, they actually serve their French fries with a mayo, and it's a homemade mayo, and it's amazing. And if you eat French fries there, so it's actually an amazing little treat. So there you go. You couldn't tell today that this was a health blog with all the talk of French fries and Miracle Whip and all the salads with all the mayo, but it is, and I'm going to teach you how to control your ingredients. So, excuse me. So when you go and buy a jar, somebody said Best Foods, when you go and buy a jar of mayo of any kind, you are not controlling the ingredients. So you don't know if they're organic, you don't know if they're real, you don't know what they've used to make that. Now they have ingredients on the jar, most of them you probably can't pronounce. Excuse me, my goodness, it's like I inhaled a bug or something. But you do not know exactly what's in that. So when you make your own mayo, you have actually started to control your ingredients. And at Go-To Kitchens, I'm all about, you can eat it if you know what's in it. Okay. So if you're buying something in the grocery store and it only has 5 ingredients and you can pronounce all 5 ingredients, it's probably okay. Unless like half of them are like high fructose corn syrup and a lot of sugar or something like that. That wouldn't be okay. But if you can pronounce all 5 ingredients and it only has 5 ingredients in the title or in the ingredients list, then you're probably doing okay. But it's still better if you can make your own and control your own ingredients, because that is what a healthy body responds to, is when it knows what is going in and when you're getting real foods in your diet. So basically all mayo is a couple of egg yolks, some olive oil. I'm going to use some Dijon mustard, actually some ground stone mustard, salt, a little apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of lemon. That's it. That's all that's in here. And so this is going to be, I'm scratching my head because this is going to be a little bit of a workout challenge, because I'm going to be whisking as it gets thick, it'll actually get pretty thick pretty fast, I hope. Fingers crossed that happens. So as it gets thick, I'm going to continue whisking, and at the same time, I'm going to be actually pouring olive oil. So I'm going to show you a technique that I learned today that I think is pretty cool. Now, most of the time when I'm whisking, because I like to show people how to make things with tools that they just have laying around in their kitchen. Not everybody has a blender, and plus the blender, I have been told you cannot control the consistency as well, and so I want a super good consistency to try to convert my husband from his Miracle Whip into my mayo. So I want it to be perfect, so I can control the consistency. So that's why I'm using, and I like to just use really basic kitchen tools, so that people can just, go in their kitchen and go, yeah, I have a bowl, I have a whisk, I'm good to go. They may not have a blender or, something like that to actually make it in. Plus, all blenders are all different. So my blender may make it differently than your blender does, but my whisk and bowl is going to make it just like your whisk and bowl, if it all turns out okay today. So, and plus I wanted to do it in my backyard and I didn't want to run an extension cord. Okay, so here we go. First time shot at Leslie making mayo today. So I'm actually gonna put my camera down low here. Hold on. You guys are moving down. I think I'm going to actually sit so you guys can see the table and me. I may have to move this back just a little bit. Pardon me while I readjust. So I'm going to go get my chair. It's live streaming video. And this is what you get. You get me. Now I'm going to have a hard time seeing those comments way over there, but I will try as best as possible. So I use a baker's bowl. A baker's bowl basically is a round bottom bowl. This is what I like to whisk in, so you can just use a regular bowl. I would recommend that you use a round bottom bowl, however, because that is going to give you the best whisking action. And that is true. There's the bark. You know we can't scope without Edison barking. So that's going to be true for when I start to whisk. I'm probably going to have to stand up because I need some coordination as I do this. So that's going to be true with any type of bowl that you have. So the key here, in my opinion, is to get the bowl at a natural whisking. This is copper, yes. Maybe a little, but it won't be severe. There's really not that much vinegar, and the vinegar actually goes in last, so we're going to have a nice paste. So. But yes, that's a good point that you make there. Acids do react with copper, so I understand the concern there, but it shouldn't, I'm not going to be actually adding it right, like I'm not going to add that first, it's not going to be the first ingredient, but no, that's a good point. Thank you for that. It's something, and everybody should be careful with, is acid in all kinds of different types of pans, actually. So, so you want it at a natural whisking, position, right? So a natural whisking position is actually at a little bit of a tilt. You're going to need both of your hands. So you cannot do this and hold the bowl. So the bowl needs to be in a sturdy position. So what I did today, nobody told me to do this, is I took one of my mason jar lids, just like this, and I put it underneath my baking bowl because I looked around and I did not have another bowl that had a round bottom in it. Can you believe that? They all had these like flat bowls. That's why I use this one for whisking. Even my stainless steel bowls had a rim in the bottom of them, and so it was not going to be great for whisking, and especially whisking at an angle like I need to do today. So because I don't have a bottom on this bowl because it's round on the bottom, I actually am going to tilt it just like this on my little mason jar lid there. So it's going to give me a natural tilt. And then I'm going to take just a regular cup towel or tea towel right behind it, and I'm going to prop my bowl up just like that. Okay, so this is going to allow me to whisk and pour olive oil at the same time without having to worry about holding my bowl, because the crucial part about making your own mayo is the slow drizzle of the olive oil, because if you don't do a slow drizzle of olive oil, you will actually get a separation. The molecules of the egg and the mustard will actually separate from the oil very quickly, just like you think about oil and water. The same thing will happen in the liquid here. So you have to go very slowly with your oil. It is actually the key to making this, this hand-whipped mayo that we're making today. So I'm going to actually move all this over. So here we go. We're going to make an attempt. You got to see this, right? I know. Don't laugh, Mary. It's not nice to laugh at me. I know. And you know what? I am no kitchen whiz. I have a cooking blog, but I'm not like Mrs. Cookie, like Betty Crocker or anything. I'm just a pretty good cook. Most people like what I cook, and so, but for me, it's just more about teaching you about knowing what your ingredients are. So we're going to find it. We're going to do it right now. So there's 2 egg yolks in here. All right, one of them separated out a little bit, but they're 2 egg because I prepped this a while ago. These are 2 egg yolks. I've been told that room temperature is best. If you're paranoid about raw eggs, this is probably not a recipe for you, quite frankly, because these are going to be raw eggs in here. You're not cooking any part of this. Now then, who knows if you're going to eat raw eggs, what kind of eggs you should be buying? Anyone know that? We talked about eggs for a whole week. Anybody know? I don't expect you to remember. If you're going to be eating a raw egg, you should be buying pasteurized organic eggs. Soy-free would actually be even ideal on top of that. But yes, you want pasteurized, or pastured, not pasteurized, organic, yes. Pasture organic, thank you, good job. Pastured organic eggs is what you want when you're going to eat a raw egg for sure. So this is just this is a little bit bigger than a teaspoon, so I'm not completely in there, but this is a teaspoon, and this is just an organic stone ground mustard that I'm using. You could use any type of mustard that suits your fancy, whatever you got going on there, all right? So this part of it, I can actually hold my bowl and whisk. It's just when we get to the olive oil part that I can't do that. So you want to make sure that this gets nice and mixed together. What are we going to talk about while I'm doing this? You guys are going to have to do a countdown or something. Hey, by the way, I know what I can talk about right now. By the way, we're almost at 500 followers in about 7 weeks here. I've been here doing this about 7 weeks on a daily basis or on a weekday basis. And we're almost at 200,000 hearts. So thank you guys so much. Hey, Maura. Yeah, me talk. And I'm so excited and so honored and so humbled by your response and your love. It's just absolutely unbelievable to me. And I'm just very grateful and thankful. So, Maura, we're making homemade mayo. And I'm actually doing it with a whisk. Can you believe it? So essentially what I'm going to come up with is about a cup of olive oil. Okay, so you see there how it's about the consistency. You see what we got going on there? All right, that's about the consistency that we're looking for. I'm going to go just a little bit longer. Egg whites will actually naturally thicken up. They have an enzyme in them that will make them start to thick up. So the more that you beat them. I'm just going to keep going here. It already smells delicious, quite frankly. That's because of the mustard, and I'm a mustardaholic. I prefer mustard over mayo, actually. If I have a weakness in the condiment world, it's mustard. So. Now you see how it's getting a little bit lighter as I go there? Can you see that? Yeah, it's getting a little bit lighter. You're going to get a cramp in your hand when you do this. I just want you to know that. I'm experiencing that. Just going to keep going where it gets a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter and a little bit thicker. All right, you can see it's just slightly thicker than it was a moment ago. I can't always see the comments because I'm looking down, so you guys forgive me for that. So, all right, so now here comes the challenge. Here's your challenge. I'm going to move it off of this tray because I want to not make a huge mess right here in front of everybody. Can you believe I've almost cooked every day this week? I'm cooking tomorrow too. When you guys come on Periscope tomorrow, I'm actually cooking tomorrow as well. So I'm going to brace the bowl up against me just slightly like this. And that's when we're going to start to pour. So there you go. And apparently you need to go very slowly. Just a slow drip. I'm sorry that you guys can't see it. We're baking, no, we're not. We're making mustard, by the way. If you're just joining, my name is Leslie. I have a website, gotokitchens.com. Now it's making a clanking sound. Oh, actually, you can see it pretty good, huh? Yep. You see how the olive oil is just dripping in? That's what we want it to do. It's beginning to get thicker and thicker as I do this. It's crazy, right? How it does that. You can see the drip. Awesome. This is going to end up being about a cup of olive oil. If you don't go slow, it will actually separate into your bowl, and your eggs will separate from your olive oil. So, getting nice and thicker, thick, thick, thick. Somebody should be asking me, how do I know that this is a cup of olive oil? Actually, I'm just going off of consistency. You can hear my bowl banging around there, my little handle. Yes, Mayo, that's right. We were talking about more that, you know, so many, I'm from Texas, and so many recipes call for mayo, and in Texas we tend to like take all these beautiful foods and put all this really bad stuff on them. So, and this is one of the things that we do that way. So now I've stopped drizzling. I just want it to thicken up just a little bit, so I'm going to keep going here. Oh my gosh, this is a workout. It's a total workout. This is going to sit in the mason jar. If you put it in the fridge, it will actually sit there for about a week and be just fine. So, Now then, you can see that I have a pretty good consistency there. See how it's just dripping off there? Homemade mayo is delicious. And you know what's in it. That's the most important part of this, is that you know what's in it. It's so important to know what's in your food. I can't stress it enough. Eat real food. They talk about it being too thick. I don't think that that's going to be a problem. Hey, Amy, it's good to see you today. I don't think that's going to be a problem. This is not exciting Periscope. I know that. I can tell that this is not exciting Periscope. But real food rules. That's right. But I just wanted to show you guys. It's actually doing really well. I'm really proud of it right now. So I'm going to taste it. I'm just going to give it a quick taste. It's good. It has a really good consistency. Now then, if you wanted to use something lighter than olive oil, then I would recommend using an avocado oil. That's not funny. I know, I am a total lefty. Man, don't make fun of me. I'm a dyslexic too. Well, somebody mentioned earlier making it in a blender. It would be much easier and maybe even just a little bit faster, of course. So, but yeah, we're going to keep going until, see there how I've got a really good consistency going there? All right, so now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. So that's just going to go right down in there. Actually, I'm going to do it the same way, and I'm going to whisk and pour. Looks like I'm doing a shot of whiskey or something. I'm not. This is going to change the color almost immediately. See how that changes the color and makes it more of a mayo color? Look at that. Amazing! Now we're really going to have to go downtown on the whipping here, so. Hey, it's a good way to get your exercise in for the day. Make your own mayo. A lot of the mayos that you buy in the grocery store are full of trans fats and bad fats, long fats that your body does not recognize well, and so it doesn't know what to do with them. So what it does is it stores it for you nicely in your arteries and in your veins and in places that you don't want it, like your gut and your butt and your hips and your thighs, because it doesn't know what to do with it. And so when you feed your body good fats like olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, sesame oil is okay. When you feed it good fats like that, then it knows what to do with them and it knows how to process them. So that is the big difference when you're dealing with something like this. Instead of buying it in a jar or buying it in a, versus buying it in a, or making your own. So I missed that last comment. Sorry. I'm still going here. I'm just whisking away, whisking away. I have to tell, oh, it's Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver did not whisk this long, but you know what? He's a big burly guy, and he probably has more whisking power than I do, so. All right, so that is probably actually a little thinner than I would prefer it, so I might have gotten a little bit too much olive oil in there. Now I'm gonna do a little salt, and I don't know how to correct that, quite frankly. I'm going to salt to taste. Remember yesterday? Right? So remember yesterday we talked about salt to taste. What the heck does that mean? What does it mean, salt to taste? Well, salt to taste means to salt to what your preference is. I'm going to sit down so I can see you guys. Is to salt to what your preference is. All right? Salt to what you like, what you think is good. That's what salt to taste means. I have that question a lot. What does that mean? Well, that means that you know how much salt that you like in something, so you should salt it, and your family likes, so you should salt it to what you like. It'll probably thicken a little bit, yeah. So I don't completely want to overwork it here, but let's taste again. Oh, that's really good. It does need to be brightened up just a little bit. I'm going to brighten it up with just a squeeze of lemon. Whoever did that recipe, which is going to make it even thinner, whoever did that recipe, I agree with completely. Needs just a quick squeeze of lemon. Yeah, so I can tell you that it's not very thick, but it tastes amazing. So It would definitely be thick enough to use like as salad dressing that we were talking about. What kind of salt am I using today? I always use, when I'm cooking, I always use the Redmond's sea salt. That's my favorite. I have to tell you though, next week I'm doing my whole week's scopes next week are about salts and the different kinds of salts. I met this amazing guy in Hawaii who really inspired me to talk about salts, and so I actually ended up buying some salts from him. You guys, I learned so much. It was just, if I can get him on, he's pretty busy, but if I can get him on to talk to you guys about salts, even in a phone interview or a blab, I have to get him on. He was talking about the medicinal qualities of salt, and I was just like, what? It was amazing. So, hey, for just joining me, we're making homemade mayo. Seems like I've been making it forever. Thought you might be using one of my new ones. No, but I will be. Don't you worry about that. I absolutely will be. All right, so there you go. So this is going to store in a mason jar because, you know, I'm a mason jar-aholic. Apparently, it's my newfound fad or fetish. I don't know what's happening there. So this is just going to go right down into the mason jar. And we're going to think like Mary thinks, because she is always light and never darkness. And she says it's going to thicken up in the fridge. I trust Mary. I'm going with Mary on this one. So maybe Pamela has on to something, and if you make it, Edison likes it. He's standing right here sniffing and sniffing. If you make it with a blender, you can actually get a better whisking action than if you make it with a whisk. So there you go. They always make it look so easy on TV. So now you know the truth. No, I'm kidding. Hi. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm going to wipe off the excess here. I made a mess. So there you go. Beautiful little homemade. It actually tastes amazing. I do love the taste of it. So there you go. Homemade mayo right there. And probably not as thick as I want. I think I put in too much olive oil. I was talking to you guys and kind of going crazy about that. And I think that I actually ended up putting up too much olive oil. So I'm going to raise my camera back up. Right? Mary, no, you can't do that. Actually, you could do that if you were so inclined. I'm not gonna judge you about what you're gonna eat. So there you go. We just made some homemade mayo, and I know you're kidding. Edison, that's enough. We just made some homemade mayo right there in the little jar. And you can watch the replay if you want to see the whole episode. I have to tell you that I put in too much olive oil, and I think I would like it a little bit thicker than it is. Everybody was worried about it being too thick when I was watching the videos, but I would actually want it to be a little thicker than this, than it is right now. So, no bread for a month. Rock and roll. It has a really good flavor. The olive oil is a little bit strong. I think next time I make it, I'm going to go with an avocado oil, actually, so that it's not so... I like the tanginess of it, but I would like for the avocado oil not to overpower it so much. So, and my friend at Whole Health Dana said the same thing. She said she liked avocado oil. So next time I try it, I'm going to do that. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome so much. So let's talk about what's coming up tomorrow. This is probably going to be like one of my shortest scopes ever. I don't know how long I've been on here, but it's going to be like one of my shortest ones ever. So, except for all that whisking. So tomorrow I'm actually making a black bean salad. And this is a warm salad that can be served warm or it can be served cold, either way. But that's what I'm making tomorrow. And it's one of my absolute, do I say this all the time? I say this all the time. It's one of my absolute favorites. It actually is. It is a really great recipe. It is actually not my recipe. It is a Dr. Josh Axe's recipe. It's one of the first things that I ever made from his website. And from that moment on, I was in love with his recipes. And so it's an amazing recipe. It is a staple. I make it and freeze it. And so that I know it's something that I eat for lunch a lot. So that I know that I have a prepared healthy lunch on hand just about any time that I want it. So we're going to be making that in the kitchen tomorrow because tomorrow is For Real Food Friday. And so we're going to be doing that tomorrow, and I'm super excited to show you guys. I've been wanting to show you the salad for a couple of weeks now. I've been dying. I thought about it one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to show everybody how to make the salad. And I've been dying to show you how to make it. And so I'm super excited about doing that tomorrow. It's going to be a fun scope. So we'll be in the kitchen tomorrow for Real Food Fridays. And if you're just joining me or you're new to me, my name is Leslie. I have a website, gotokitchens.com. There is nothing for sale over there on that website. The only thing that's for sale is I want you to buy into your health. That's the only thing I want you to buy, is to buy into your own health and take care of your body, because you know what? Lefty, L Leslie, it kind of goes together. So, but I want you to buy into your own health. I want you to have an amazing life. I tell people all the time, people say, oh, it's really a lot of work to be healthy. You know what? It's a lot more work to be sick. So I can tell you, when I had cancer and I was running to the doctors, you know, every other day, it felt like, and seeing oncologists and running here and doing this and using the stress and using the energy and going to treatments and all the things, having surgeries and all of those things, that was a lot more inconvenient than my cooking and being healthy in my own kitchen. So got to get that hair out of my eye. There it goes. I keep slinging my head and it wasn't going away, so I have to move it. I get a haircut next week. I'm excited. So that is the only thing it's a really relaxed site. It's easy to use. It's easy to navigate. If you want to become a VIP, I would certainly love it and appreciate it if you did, because that is where you get my free ebook, 7 Steps to Fall in Love with Your Kitchen and Yourself. And you get to become a part of our Facebook clan. It's just a private, I call them the Go-To Kitchens VIPs, and we have a fan page there that you get exclusive rights to, and you can come on and talk to us there. So please, please, please go over and have a look at the website. If you like what you see, become a VIP. If you like me, become a VIP, because I talk to my VIPs pretty regularly, and trust me, you know, VIPs know everything that's coming first. You guys know all the news first, and there's some news coming down the pipe, and you can tell by my big cheesy grin that it's a really good news. And so hopefully, I'm pretty sure, I'm really confident. It's not all set in stone yet, of course, and we have a long road to go with it, but it's really exciting news, and I'm going to bring it to my VIPs very first. So you guys come over and become a VIP. I would love, love, love that. So you can find me on all social media, gotokitchens.com. It's right here in the title of the scope. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my replay viewers. Thank you for all your fun comments and making me laugh. Thank you. You're sweet. Thank you for making me laugh every single day that I am on here. It's the noon hour for me. I mean, my life, I love my life. I have cultivated a life that I love. My life did not fall into my lap. I had to make my life happen. And so, but I have cultivated a life and a lifestyle that I love, and I've worked at it. I've worked to get where I'm at right now in my life at 45 years old. And so, but I love my life. But I have to tell you that coming on here at noon every weekday is one of the highlights of my day. I look forward to it every single day. I absolutely cannot wait to get on here and teach you guys something and have you teach me something, because I'm always learning from you as well. This is a two-way street. This is not a one-way, you know, Leslie knows it all and you don't know it. This is a two-way street. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I am genuinely, genuinely thankful. And if you were on the Blab yesterday, thank you so much for your support. Oh my God, how much fun was that? Jennifer Quinn is amazing. We had so much fun. We've actually made a really good connection. So, oh, thank you, Maura. Yay, you're a sweetheart. I love Maura. Hey, you guys, if you know any a woman who is breastfeeding, who is thinking about breastfeeding, who is contemplating motherhood in any way whatsoever, or is just a woman that has children, I highly suggest that you follow Maura. Salon, I think it's Salon Maura. Maura, type something else out there. Please follow her or recommend her to people that you know that are in those situations, because this woman has it going on. I do not have any children, and I love watching her scopes, because I actually learn something about myself when I watch her scopes, just through what she talks about with breastfeeding, so, and other subjects that she talks about. She's a beautiful person inside and out. So please, 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 please follow her. And thank you guys so much. Mary, well, I am telling you, Mary, that yesterday you made my day. I had to watch the replay of my own scope, which I usually don't make a habit of because I don't want to freak myself out. There she is. Yeah, go follow Maura right there. I usually don't watch my scopes because I don't want to freak myself out that I'm such a goofball and that I do this ridiculous stuff sometimes that I'm like, really? Did you just say that? Did you just do that? And so I don't watch them. But Mary, last night I had to go back and rewatch the scope on the marinara sauce because you touched me so deeply when you said that, and it was so genuine and so like, oh my gosh, you're the one. I mean, you're the one I watched, and I was like, oh my gosh. So no, it was really special for me, and I will take that with me wherever I go. So thank you so much, because that is always my goal, is to help people transform their lives, to make a difference in their lives, to take care of this beautiful vessel that we've been given. You know what? No matter if you're tall, short, I'm short, by the way. If you ever meet me, you'll go, oh my God, you're so short. I'm short. If you're tall, short, fat, skinny, curly hair, blonde hair, purple hair, green eyes, blue eyes, if you love your body, if you hate your body, if you know, whatever the situation is, whatever you're dealing with in your own personal being, it is my goal to get you to turn around and look at yourself in the mirror and go, oh my gosh, I love you. You are an amazing person. And that is what I want you to do. I want you to see your body as your temple. You know, a lot of people talk about that. A lot of religions talk about your body as your temple, but it truly is. It is where your being lives here on this planet, and you only get one. You get one of them, and that's it. And I had not necessarily abused my body, but I had not taken the best care of it. And that's why my body developed cancer, is because I put it all on me because I was doing something that my body was not reacting well to, and it wanted me to do something different. So it gave me a warning shot with the cancer. A lot of people get warning shots with high blood pressure. They get warning shots with, being diabetic. They get warning shots with autoimmune diseases. They get warning shots and they ignore them and they don't pay attention to them. But your body will give you warning shots and say, look it, you need to pay attention. You need to stop freaking out about other things. You need to pay attention to me, because your body, beyond everything else, should be your number one priority. If you're not taking care of it, you can't take care of anybody else. So there you go. There's my soapbox. I just really feel the need to talk about this lately. But that's my soapbox. That's the principle that Go-To Kitchens is founded on. And that's what I want to try to impress upon you guys. So is to take care of what you've been given. Your mom and dad made a beautiful thing. When you think about it, your mom and dad made this beautiful thing. They created you. You were created from their image. And so just, if nothing else, do them a favor and take care of what they gave you. So yes, so just thinking about it in a bigger perception, thinking about it bigger than, just, going through my day and having to get to the dry cleaner and having to go to the grocery store and having to pick up the kids and having to do those things. Live your life with purpose. And if your purpose is just taking care of yourself, it's the best purpose you can have. So there you go. I'm actually going to be on probably in about 10 or 15 minutes again, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Leslie Nance cannot stand by silently and not talk about breast cancer during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So in about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to go clean up my mess that I made with my Mayo, and I'm going to come back on, and I'm going to actually talk to you guys a little bit about, number one, my journey. You can ask me any question that you want to ask me, and then I'm going to talk about my opinion, and it's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor. This is just my opinion of breast cancer awareness. And so I'm going to give you my opinion about that, and you guys can ask me any questions that you want, because I'm actually doing a live talk in Aurora, Colorado on Saturday in front of hundreds of people. And so I'm a little bit nervous, and the Komen Foundation is going to be there. And so I kind of want to do a practice dry run with you guys as a cancer survivor. This is what I think about breast cancer awareness. This is what breast cancer awareness means to me. So I'm going to be back on in about 5 or 10 minutes after I finish cleaning up this mess here. So if you guys want to hop back on, I would absolutely love that. And I'm gonna go do that right now. If you can already tell, I'm already a little nervous about it. I have this little anxiety that's kind of like built up inside of me because I have a little bit of a contrary message that most people are going to expect to hear from a survivor. And so it's not negative in any way, but it's not what you're gonna expect to hear. So yes, so I'm gonna be back on 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm only gonna do that for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I have to go to the post office. I have to go to the post office today. So I have stuff from Hawaii sitting at the post office and I need to go get it. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Stephanie, right? Did I get that right? Did I get your name right? Oh, please, did I get your name right? If I did, I'm going to feel like a superstar. Stephanie, is that right? Dang, I'm so bad with names. Yay! Score for Go To Kitchens. Stephanie, good. Thank you for being here, everybody. I will see you in about 10 minutes if you come over to that scope. If not, go watch Maura's scope because Maura's amazing. If you don't want to talk about cancer, I totally understand. Not everybody wants to... I know, superstar. Not everybody wants to talk about cancer, and I totally get that. And so if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. If you want to, and you want to hear a little bit more about my story, then come meet me over in about 10 or 15 minutes after I clean up this mess. So you guys have an amazing afternoon. Know that I love you. Know that I only want you to be well, and that I want you to take care of what you've been given, and I want to help you along on that path. So go2kitchens.com. Thank you so, so much. Love ya. And I will see you. Definitely come see me tomorrow because I'm making a bean salad, black bean salad. That's yummy.